You turn the corner where the street lamp holds a soft yellow yawn, and the rain lowers its voice to a hush that follows your footsteps like a quiet pet. The pavement is dark velvet under your shoes, and each drop that lands on your sleeve feels mild, slow, dim, as if the sky has decided to knit a woolen blanket around your shoulders without asking. You hear the rain, and that is enough. Ahead, a narrow alley opens, not threatening, only curious, its brick walls breathing the scent of old paper and distant steam from a kettle that has been singing for hours without hurry. A single sign glows, soft white, no name, only the whispered invitation open, and the letters are written in ink that smells faintly of tea. You step inside because the night behind you has become too large, and this corridor is just the right size for your thoughts to fold themselves smaller. The door closes without a click, only a sigh that matches your exhale, and the rain outside dims another layer, as if it has been informed that you are now under a different jurisdiction. Inside, light is low, warm, the color of candle that has forgotten it is fire, and the floorboards creak once, slowly, like an old librarian clearing her throat before she decides not to speak. You hear the rain, and that is enough. A long hallway stretches, not endless, only patient, its walls lined with books whose spines are soft as skin, colors muted by years of gentle hands and soft breath. The air carries the scent of damp paper pulp, not musty, only sleepy, mixed with the faint perfume of ink that has dried under countless dim skies. You walk, and the sound of your shoes is absorbed into the pages, so you begin to feel lighter, as if each step is a word you have decided not to write. Every few paces, a small table appears, holding a teacup that steams without urgency, the vapor curling into shapes that do not need to be recognized. You lift one cup, the handle cool against your fingers, and the tea is mild, soft, low in temperature, as though it has been waiting for your lips to arrive for years without complaint. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The first book opens itself before you touch it, the pages turning in slow motion, making a soft brushing sound like eyelids closing after a long day of looking. On the paper, words are printed, but they do not demand to be read. They sit quietly, breathing, letting the scent of tea and ink rise between the lines like warm mist. You feel the paper against your fingertips. Cool, smooth, not glossy, only honest, and the honesty is restful, like a hand that has decided not to ask anything of you. A low clock ticks somewhere, not counting seconds, only marking the presence of time the way a heartbeat marks presence without insisting on speed. The tick is soft, slow, dim, mild, and each beat lands on your shoulder like a finger tapping once, then resting, satisfied. You hear the rain, and that is enough. You walk on, and the hallway bends, not sharply, only enough to suggest that straight lines are optional here, and curves are a kindness offered to thoughts that need to turn gently. Books lean toward you, not eagerly, only polite, as if to say, when you are ready, I am here, and the politeness is restful, like a guest who knows when not to speak. The carpet beneath your feet is thin, wool, not luxurious, only faithful, holding the chill of the night at bay, while it tells your ankles that warmth can be simple. A page turns somewhere behind you, though no hand is visible, and the sound is like a small wave licking the shore once, then retreating into itself, content with its own quiet company. You realize you have been breathing more slowly, not because you were told, but because the air itself has set a slower metronome, and your lungs are polite guests. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The ceiling is high, not grand, only spacious, painted the color of old parchment that has decided to forgive the ink that once marked it, and the forgiveness is restful, like a slate wiped with a soft cloth. Soft light falls from nowhere in particular, pooling on the carpet in shapes that do not need to be named, suggesting that visibility can be gentle, not demanding. You feel the light on your eyelids, mild, slow, like warm milk being poured into a cup that has no handle because it does not need to be rushed. A book spine brushes your sleeve, not insistently, only to remind you that boundaries are soft here, and contact is a courtesy, not a claim. You pause, fingers resting on the cover, and the cover is cool, not cold, only composed. like a hand that has decided to stay still until you are ready to move. You hear the rain, and that is enough. You become aware that your thoughts have stopped knocking at the door of your forehead, and have instead sat down on the carpet, legs crossed, willing to wait for the next story to begin without impatience. The hallway accepts their presence the way a pocket accepts coins that have decided not to jingle, and the quiet clink is restful, like small change being counted slowly, then forgotten. You walk on, and the walking is not going anywhere urgent, only moving because stillness is sometimes easier to find when you are in gentle motion. Like a swing that has almost stopped, a small lamp appears on a low shelf, its shade made of paper that has been folded and unfolded so many times it has forgotten how to crease, and the light beneath is low, soft, dim, mild, slow. You sit, not because you were told, but because the chair has been waiting for your knees to bend, and the bending is restful, like a book that has decided to close without needing to be read to the end. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The pages of the nearest book begin to turn, not quickly, only at the speed of breath, and the sound is like a small wing brushing against your cheek once, then resting, satisfied that flight has been achieved without urgency. You feel the paper's coolness transfer to your fingertips, and the coolness is restful, like a hand that has been holding a glass of water for someone who is not thirsty yet but might be later. The clock ticks once more, not arriving, only staying, and the staying is restful, like a guest who knows when the conversation is complete. You realize your shoulders have dropped, not dramatically, only the way a curtain falls when the string is released slowly, and the falling is restful, like fabric that has decided not to complain about gravity. The carpet holds your feet without comment, and the holding is restful, like a floor that has decided to be a bed for a while, just until you are ready to stand or to stay. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The hallway ends, not dramatically, only by opening into a wider room where the ceiling is the sky seen through a skylight of slow rain, and the sky is low, soft, dim, mild, like a mother who has decided to kneel. You stand, not because you must, only because the standing is easier now, like a body that has remembered how to be light without needing to be carried. The rain above is softer than before, and the softening is restful, like a lullaby that has decided to hum itself to sleep while still humming for you. A long table waits, not grand, only patient, its surface covered in open books that face downward, like birds that have decided to rest their wings without needing to fold them. You approach, not eagerly, only polite, and the politeness is restful, like a visitor who knows the house is not theirs but is welcome to sit for a while. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The books do not ask to be read, they only breathe, pages lifting and falling with the rhythm of your chest, as if each book has become a lung that shares your air without asking for anything in return. You place your hand on one page, and the page is cool, not cold, only composed, like a cheek that has decided to wait for a kiss that may or may not arrive and is content either way. The room is still, not empty, only filled with the kind of quiet that has weight but no heaviness, like a blanket that has forgotten it is wool and has decided to be breath instead. You sit, not because the chair is special, only because it is there, and the being there is restful, like a presence that has decided not to leave while you decide whether to stay awake or to drift. The rain above the skylight slows, drop by drop, as if each drop is a word that has decided not to speak, and the silence is restful, like a conversation that has reached its natural end without needing to be summarized. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The pages continue to breathe, not quickly, only at the speed of your own lungs, and the breathing is restful, like a pair of wings that has decided to beat in time with your heart without asking for acknowledgement. You feel your eyelids lower, not dramatically, only the way a curtain lowers when the string is released by a hand that has decided the show is complete for tonight and perhaps for tomorrow too. The room holds you, not tightly, only firmly, like arms that have decided to be a cradle without needing to rock, because stillness is enough when the stillness is shared. A single book closes, not loudly, only with the soft sigh of paper that has decided to return to itself, and the closing is restful, like a hand that has decided to let go without opening the fingers wide enough to be noticed. You realize you are drifting, not falling, only moving slowly, toward a place that has no name but feels like the next line of a story that has decided to remain blank so you can fill it with sleep. You hear the rain, and that is enough. The rain stops, not suddenly, only by becoming so soft it becomes part of the air itself. And the becoming is restful, like a lullaby that has decided to continue inside your dreams without needing to be sung aloud ever again. The library remains, not demanding, only present, like a heart that has decided to beat slowly enough to be heard only by the one who is resting against it. And the hearing is enough, and the enough is sleep.